Economic, social, and cultural life of the Asian community. Geographical condition of Southeast Asia. Geographically, Southeast Asia is located between three waters, namely the Indian Ocean and the Bay of Bengal in the western part, South China Sea to the north, and the Pacific Ocean to the east. Meanwhile, based on the shape of the plains, the Southeast Asian plains are divided into two mainlands, namely the peninsula and the group of islands. The mainlands of the peninsula includes Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and the western part of Malaysia. Meanwhile, land in the form of an archipelago includes the Philippines, Indonesia, Eastern Malaysia, Singapore, and Brunei Darussalam. This geographical condition causes difference in the economic, social, and cultural life of each country in Southeast Asia. Vietnam. After recovering from the Vietnam War, the country began to develop in various sectors of its economy. Tourism and tourism support economic development. Another supporting fields such as service business in the hotel, restaurant, and the transportation sectors are also growing rapidly. The game catching the close-eye cricket is a traditional Vietnamese children's game. The child who is in the middle of his eye circle is covered by a cloth. Catch one of the friends and guess his name. Vietnam is famous for its signature clothes called Áo Dai. Camping hats are also often found there. Vietnamese people like to sit on the chair, which is a very short chair. Not only for eating, even for chatting, they like to sit on the chair. The majority of Vietnamese people have the surname Nguyen. This is because the Nguyen dynasty was in power from 1803 to 1945 and was the last dynasty in Vietnam. Singapore. Singapore is the most developed country in the Asian region. Singapore has a very strategic location. Currently, Singapore is the fastest transit country in Asia. Singapore has a national emblem, namely the merlion. The merlion is the statue with the head of a lion and the body of a fish. According to the myth, Singapore was once a fish village. This village is named Temasek, which comes from the Javanese language which means ocean. Singapore comes from the Sanskrit word which means the city of the lion. Singaporeans come from China, Malays, India, and Europe. Kambaba is the term from Chinese Malay descent. Singapore has four official languages, namely Malay, Mandarin, English, and Tamil. Singapore society has a culture of walking. About 80% of the people choose to walk everywhere. This is because the price of vessels, namely cars and fuel, is very expensive. Chili crabs are a very popular food for the people of Singapore.